Hello. So, I apologize for not updating sooner. I got in to Amsterdam 2 days ago, but I've had classes and I need to catch up on some sleep, and I have another obligation which I will tell you guys about later in the video that has prevented me from updating until right now. But here I am, and I'm ready to talk about my weekend in Barcelona, or as they would say, Barcelona. Uh, and I know that my friends hate when I use the lisp, so that was the one and only time that I'm going to do it. Okay, so we get in Thursday late. We get to the hostel at 1 or 1:30, and let me tell you, the airports in Europe are just so nice. I already talked about the Heathrow airport on my flight into Europe. uh, Amsterdam's airport Schiphol is great. Barcelona's airport is just they look so modern. They look so clean. Uh, they I don't know. I feel like they are more advanced than JFK or especially LaGuardia or even Reagan in DC. But I love the airports. Okay, so we get to the hostel and we are just I called it. Everyone before the trip was saying how we should go out Thursday night, and I said, sure, I would love to go out Thursday night, but I bet that we're all going to be way too tired to want to go out. And sure enough, we were exhausted. We went to this grocery store, picked up something to snack on because we were all starving, and we went to bed. This hostel was actually pretty nice. This is the first time I've been to a hostel, and uh, we were in a group of 10. Out of the 10, I was the one that was in my own room. And then there were three in another room, and then six in a third room. But that's okay because all I did in the room was sleep, or tried to. The guy who lived underneath me in the bunk bed snored so loud, it was ridiculous. I think he was Brazilian, and he snored really, really loudly. Um, but I put my music in my ears, and eventually I fell asleep. Friday, we woke up, went to La Sagrada Familia, um, and it was awesome. The line went around, literally went around the whole church, and I didn't feel like standing in that, so I didn't go in. Some of us did go in, but I didn't. But from the outside, it's unbelievable. It is great. So after that, we went. Oh, this was great. This is a good story. We went to get our real first authentic Spanish meal, because the grocery store yesterday, the night before, didn't count. So we go to this cafe with outdoor seats. The guy gives us a menu, and a few of us asked for nachos con guacamole, just a little snack, right? But the expectation was that they would be authentic nachos. And instead, 2 minutes later, they come out with bowls of Doritos, nacho cheese, and guacamole just like splattered onto them. It was so funny because we were expecting this crazy, authentic cuisine, and that's I guess the theme of the whole trip was that there's not that much authentic cuisine in Barcelona. Um, we ended up over the course of the weekend going to an Irish pub. I had a Budweiser on tap. I just got a beer on tap. It turned out to be Budweiser. Um, and then I had pasta like 4 or 5 different times. Delicious, but not really Spanish. Anyway, so after La Sagrada Familia, we went to oh man, I forget what the area is called, but I think it's the city hall, basically, of Barcelona. And I would end up walking past there like 4 or 5 times over the course of the weekend. But it was really nice. I don't think it's that main of an area, but it's just like a nice little side area with a lot of nice buildings, and it's pretty relaxed. So we hung out there for a bit. Then Friday night came, and we all wanted to go to this bar called Chupitos, which is Spanish for shots. There's one of those in Amsterdam, which I've gone to, and it's kind of like a bar, but there is like a little dance area and there's music playing there. So that's what I was expecting at the Chapitos in Barcelona. First of all, it took us an hour and a half to find the place because we didn't know what direction we were going in. We were walking in huge circles, very frustrating. And then when we get into Chapitos, it is packed, packed, shoulder to shoulder. It's about 120 degrees in there, and it wasn't that fun. And there was no dance area. It was just a bar. Eventually, me and a few of my friends made it to the top of the to the bar, and then the bartender, who we would later find out is the owner of that Chapitos, starts giving us all these crazy shots, like shots that he himself invented, and he lights them on fire. He does all these crazy shit, and uh, they're delicious. But the thing about that night that I liked the most was the fact that the bartender couldn't speak any English, and none of my other friends could really speak any Spanish, and I had to be the translator. Sure enough, I wasn't as bad as I thought I was going to be. After I had taken Spanish for 2 years in high school and 2 years in college, and as soon as I was done, I thought that I was just going to forget everything, and I think I did. But when I was pushed into talking with someone in Spanish, it all came flooding back, everything like that I needed to say. I'm not saying I was fluent, but I was saying that I did better than I thought I would have. So what I guess I'm trying to say is, if you're taking a foreign language class and you're saying that that's never ever gonna help you, you don't even know why you're taking it, you never know. Maybe it will help you. So we finally get home, and then the next day we decide we're gonna just go all day to Park Güell, which I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but basically Gaudi, who's this architect, Spanish architect, basically built all these crazy, crazy things. He did La Sagrada Familia as well, and he's one of the best architects in the world. I love him, and he built this whole entire park, and he lived in there until he died, and it's on top of this hill that overlooks Barcelona, and this is honestly, if you go to one place in Barcelona, one place, and the weather on a good weather day, go there. That is the place. We went and it was absolutely beautiful. Probably mid 80s, not a cloud in the sky, gorgeous. And you can go to the top, basically to the top of the mountain, and you can see the whole entire city all the way to the Mediterranean, and you can't even comprehend how big the city is. It spreads down the beach as far as you can see, and it's hard to describe, but it really is beautiful. So if you happen to go on a good weather day, which most of the time Barcelona has, go to that park because you could spend a whole day there. We spend probably 4 or 5 hours at the park. Then we went home, grabbed some dinner, and the main reason that we went to Barcelona, it was time to get ready for it. So I don't know if I have brought it up before. I think I have, but the whole group of us, went to Barcelona for Sensation, which is this worldwide rave, and it's got house music, and everyone has to dress in white. And we bought our tickets a month ago, and for the past month, everyone was saying, "Oh my God, I'm so excited for Sensation!" Blah 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 blah. So now it had finally come, and we got dressed. We took the metro to Plaza España, which is fantastic. That's where the stadium that FC Barcelona plays in. It's there. It's beautiful. And then we took a shuttle bus from the station up the mountain, Mount Juke, which is where the party was at, in the basketball stadium for Barcelona. And we went there, and it was amazing. It was fantastic. So I heard that in total, around 17,000 people ended up coming to this thing. And Over the course of the night, me and my group snuck up. We were at the gate. We were literally at the gate by the stage, front row, losing our minds. Like, it was fantastic. The music was great. Everyone looked great. It was all white. It was just the craziest party I had ever been to, and the biggest party I had ever been to, and I had so much fun. After that, I went to the beach. I was on Barceloneta, the Barceloneta part of the beach, right? And I watched the sunrise over the Mediterranean. Uh, it was cold at that point because I was in a V-neck and shorts, but whatever, you know. I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to see the sunrise over the Mediterranean again, so I said, might as well go for it. So I did that. Went to bed at 11 a.m. Got up at 5 p.m. Then got dinner at this awesome hole-in-the-wall Spanish place. I mean, sandwich place. Obviously, it was Spanish. And watched the sunset on the harbor. Basically, what I did the day after was watch the sunrise by water and then watch the sunset by water. And then walked around a little bit more, saw some really cool little churches and castles, and it's hard to realize how old Barcelona is. It's almost 2,000 years old, I think, and there are not that many things that, you know, show that it's that old. But when you see something that is centuries old, it really looks nice. I really love that stuff. So when I saw it, it was a good day, even though I was completely exhausted. And then I just laid around, started to try to rest up, and I went home, packed up. Flight was at 4:30 in the morning. No, I'm sorry. The taxis came at 4:30 in the morning for the flight at 6:50. Had McDonald's for breakfast in the Barcelona airport, and flew. Got in at 9. Went straight to class from the airport, and then took a nap. Went to another class, and basically between Thursday and Monday, I had only gotten, I don't even know how many hours of sleep, but I had not got a lot of sleep. And it was just basically one thing after the other. A lot of walking was involved, but it was all worth it. I had a great time. Then after my class on Monday, I went to go see my dad and my stepmom. They are here visiting me in Amsterdam. In fact, they came in at 7 a.m. on Monday morning while I was still on a plane to Amsterdam. So they beat me here, which I thought was pretty funny. They're here till Friday morning. So we've been just walking around. I show them my place. I show them the neighborhood. I show them the campus. So we've been to a lot of the center of the city, and we'll hang out for a few more days, get some good dinner. It's nice to actually eat slightly expensive food, considering I'm on a tight budget while I'm here. So, and I miss them a lot, so it's really good to see them. So that's what I've been doing. It's been a whirlwind past few days, and the next few days is going to actually be a few, more going around being a tour guide. But after that, I need to bear down and do my work because midterm season is coming up. Oh boy, looks like someone's here for me. Well, I gotta go. I'll finish my thoughts when I get back to the computer. See you guys.